Max Verstappen is dominating the 2023 F1 season, winning each of the last 8 races. Former F1 star Juan Pablo Montoya has claimed that Lando Norris could beat Max Verstappen to a title, should he eventually make the switch from McLaren to Red Bull. The British starlet was one of 5 drivers specifically named by Montoya when asked who else could win a championship in the RB19. Montoya, who recorded 7 race wins and an impressive 30 podiums during his decorated F1 career, has been greatly impressed by Norris, whose place among the most highly rated drivers on the grid was consolidated with immense P2 finishes at the British Grand Prix and Hungarian Grand Prix. The 23-year-old has long been touted as a potential future world champion, and his performances in 2023 have marked him out as an obvious long-term replacement for Sergio Perez once the Mexican driver's Red Bull contract expires at the end of the 2024 season. Former Monaco Grand Prix winner Montoya clearly believes in Norris's potential but hasn't been as impressed with Verstappen by insisting the Red Bull star has made no gains in his driver pace since 2021. In place of Max, there are about 7 or 8 drivers who could be world champions with Red Bull, the Colombian told Formula Passion, it. For example, Perez, Lewis, Hamilton, Carlos, Sainz, Charles, Leclerc, Norris would be world champions. It's clear that if you're not a good driver it becomes difficult because the better you are, the more chance you have of being in a good team. Norris, for example, is a very good driver and McLaren has improved a lot this year, but Lando would probably be world champion in Red Bull. While the inclusion of Sainz and Perez in Montoya's list of could-be champions will raise eyebrows, the 47-year-old veteran driver is right to highlight Norris's ability. The Bristol-born driver currently occupies P8 in the standings heading into the summer break, ahead of Aston Martin driver Lance Stroll and with more podiums than both George Russell and Carlos Sainz. The question of Norris's world championship credentials will largely come down to his next career move. McLaren have the 23-year-old tied down until the end of the 2025 season, while Checo's deal with Red Bull expires in 2024, meaning the two teams will have to come to an agreement if Norris is to make the move as a direct replacement for Checo a year earlier than his scheduled departure. Then comes the issue of desire. Norris remains committed to the McLaren project. The popular Briton made his F1 debut with the Woking-based outfit back in 2019 and has regularly reiterated his hopes to record his first Grand Prix in papaya colours. It is therefore not inconceivable that should McLaren continue to gain ground in the development race, Norris could renew his McLaren deal. That said, the Brit is close friends with Max Verstappen away from the racetrack, and the allure of title-winning machinery may just prove too much for Norris to shrug off.